Hello. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. If you were streaming earlier today, we already had our walk around through the conference center, all the event. You got to see a little bit of the presenters, the keynote area, and everything that is going to be like if you were here. But another part is if you were here, being able to talk to the presenters, to the thought leaders that you would be meeting if you were here. As you saw, we saw the one-on-ones who our friend Alireza, did I say it right?
Yes.
Okay, kind of. um, is as well giving some time in the one-on-ones, and he gave some time to us to share a little bit about who he is, what he does. Amigo, welcome.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure.
It's a pleasure to have you here. And first of all, to start this interview, would you mind sharing with the audience, for the people that do not know you, who you are, what do you do, why are you here, what makes you special?
Yeah, sure. Thank you very much. So my name is Alireza Boloorchi. I'm the CEO and founder at Catch Up AI. I've done many things, all the layers of software engineering. I did my PhD in computer science, then have been software engineer, technical lead, moved to organizational change management, and then I was a vice president at a company you might have heard of, ABC Mouse and Age of Learning. I was helping them set up their team organization and very focused on the software production. So I would call myself an architect and a strategist in building software. And now AI is a big part of software. You cannot build software without AI being in mind. So that's a big part of it.
It's an integral part that nowadays everyone creating a product or even with an organization have to be mindful of. It's like the days of the digital transformation are way back. I mean, if you haven't done the digital transformation, oh boy, you're in trouble. But now it's the next step, the AI transformation or embracement. I don't know. We need to come up with a term for that, but
Exactly.
probably you're already thinking around it. And Amigo Alireza, as well, I know that you are not only like a thought leader in the area and you're bringing many, helping with this revolution, but you're also an entrepreneur. Would you mind talking a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure, definitely. I've been like always an entrepreneur, like, in different ways. I've done consulting with many companies and trainings, and I was advisors for several startups before. And then, of course, like Age of Learning is a really huge startup still. Like we launched more than 5 products during my time there, from the beginning to revenue, and multi-million-dollar revenues. But then I decided let's start this journey because one thing I saw that AI is disrupting it hard. One of the layers that I've been very passionate about have been middle management and how we manage and set up organizations. And it's a part that AI can help a lot. Before it was not possible. We just had a talk about unstructured data and how to look at them. And AI can help us get all those data that are already existing and change them into something meaningful that disrupts the management to a great extent.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you are attacking that area that is often not well explored, like put aside, like, yeah, someone will check on the people, do the management. It's like, but yeah, you will see. It's an area that is not so well understood. Full disclosure, we were talking a little bit yesterday, so that's why I know a little bit. I'm teasing, but before we get deeper into we kinda will. Would you mind sharing, like, you're here at the conference, you're here to give a talk and present. What is your talk? What is it titled? And would you mind, I know, don't spill the beans, but a little trailer of what is it about?
So my talk is along the same lines. So looking at how AI is affecting leadership in all layers. Like companies have different layers, but with the trends you might have heard of recently, with the change in flattening, that has been my passion, to flatten the organizations as much as possible, bring the business very close to the individual contributors, and that builds more ownership, faster pace, and less distractions. So my talk will be about how we can use AI to make that happen. and it can be at the layer that you just use ChatGPT. It can be at the layer you use multiple tools to do it, or finding autonomous tools that are doing everything at the same time. MCP that is coming out, that's helping that a lot. And so the focus will be AI in leadership in any layer, from middle manager, frontline manager, all the way to the C-suite.
That's great, and I'm sure in the talk you will be covering some of these areas, because you mentioned that there are a few. Would you mind just talking, pick one, pick two key elements that you see like, oh, this is like a key one that leadership and management should be embracing more for the managerial tasks with AI, that you say like it's starting to be something that we need to work through with and using. Which area? Could you pinpoint something to get the audience's interest on what is management going to be doing with this AI and my organization soon?
Yeah, so any management and leadership you do has like three different elements. One is gathering data, second is analyzing it, and third is acting on those. Like anything that you do, including leadership, includes that. So with specifically when it goes to leadership, we have task management and you have people management. Like it's combination of those two. And both of those two requires you to be able to read the room, understand being aware of what's going on in the business and technology, and also what's going on with the people in the company. We are touching a lot at Catch Up AI. We are touching a lot on the people side, but we are helping with the management and technical side as well. But this talk is going to be about how we can gather those data more effectively, how I can process them more effectively in using AI, and how I can deploy them and act on them. It can be I'm using ChatGPT to give it a prompt, it gives me something back, and I act on it and ask about it, how to do it. It can be, hey, I put a system in mind and use AI to build a system for every manager who are reporting to me, who have reports for them. Now these managers follow the same line. And then another one would be aligning what I'm thinking as a C-suite with what my managers are thinking, with what the managers reporting to them are thinking, so we can align an organization. That's the most important thing, because every individual, if I have 1,000 people in my organization, if every single one is aligned with the CEO's mission, that's going to be amazing. That's going to help them feel ownership, push every single thing that they do toward the goal rather than a distraction. So that's the goal. That's what we try to use AI to build that alignment, and it's not going to be very hard actually.
Really? I mean, you're piquing my interest when you're mentioning things like reading the room professionally in an organization environment through AI. Could you give an example of this? How is this room reading situation? What if I'm a user of this type of solutions? What will I be seeing, or what will AI spit at me? Like I read the room for you like this, or could you share?
Yeah, so like people are different, having different sense of reading the rooms. Specifically as a leader, as a project manager, as a product manager, you need to develop that skill. Like you sit in a meeting, you can look at the audience, you see where you have them, when you're losing them, keep them, like push them to be more motivated. So, and then find out what you need to say so that you can deliver what you have to say. So for example, I'm giving you an example. I'm in a room with like CEO, CTO, and the C-level executives. The way I'm acting and reacting to the conversation is completely different than when I'm sitting with the team that is reporting to me and then are working in like a sprint review, for example, or a sprint planning. That's it, hands-on, let's do it. So how you read that is very important to how you react to it. Not every individual, not every manager is trained to read the room, see how each individual's personality is, and how to talk to them. AI can get those specific senses, like from the tone of individuals over a period of a couple of months, gather how each of these individuals are reacting to specific tones, how they are contributing in the conversation, are they even contributing or not, give you that information and gives you hints how to get them involved. For example, I'm a manager in a meeting. I have two individuals who are super introverts. And I was not able to notice that before, so I always ask the people who are more engaged. Now it gives me tips. Hey, have a specific questions and ask this individual what do they think. Just that, what do you think about this? That sentence can engage them. And now you add just one extra brain into what your discussion, your decision making. And usually, a lot of times, I've seen that introvert person who's not talking has brilliant ideas, just are too shy to say it in the meeting. So that's just one way to do it.
No, it's a great example. I'm a little bit amazed by these capabilities because many times, I've been there. I was a shy guy that wouldn't say much, believe it or not. People have to work through some things. So, and it's tough when you are not identified. You may have lots of experience, ideas, perspectives, but it's great that there's going to be support on identifying this, like, hey, prompt this person to open up, to feel at ease. And some of these, I don't know, like soft indications that it goes both ways. Sometimes some management doesn't have like the feeling, one, to identify these situations and prompt the people to talk. And the other, if the system prompts you, like, talk like this, be nice, not like, I don't know, to act like a bro. Hey, why aren't you talking? Like, it should be also like guided into how to interact, right? It's gonna give some of this?
Yes, that's gonna be like some of the personalized coaching that can happen through AI. But the main part, as I was talking with the CEO about, like, he was like as an advisor as well, what he told me, like, we hired at the time a very great talent for them. Like, from junior developer, that person became a CTO. And what happens, what he says is, if I can get every single person that I'm hiring to be proactive, to go and learn and come and adopt things and get everything, like, being ahead of things, if everyone in my organization, I'd be happy. And that's what AI can do for you, because it can find out for each individual, how do they think, what's their personality, and then help them to grow, to like find their own path. Usually managers are biased. I have been introvert, then I became a little bit more extrovert with skill, like pushing myself. Then
Great. That's good.
and that took a long time, a lot of like trying and trying. If I had a coach next to me pushing me through, instead of 10 years, it could have been a couple of months to get there where I want to be. So that's what we want to bring to every single individual in the companies.
And it's great that I think that this is going to be also tailor-suited to every personality and the needs. And if the person is shy, like this coaching, because it sounds like it's gonna also cover this type of roles, will be like, if it's an introvert, okay, you could try this, go here, like little by little. Or if it's the opposite, right? Like tone it down, make it a little bit more. Don't shout so much. I mean, we know on the opposite side of the spectrum, the over talkative people that like, I foresee like a prompt like, hey, shut up, let some other people in the room speak, but probably not shut up like hey, relax. Will be cool. It's really interesting because do you see that the benefit will be bigger? Because we usually have these two perspectives, right? The management or the employee. Who would you say will have the most benefit from these type of solutions and AI functionalities? Do you feel like it's gonna tend the scale to one side or the other, or everybody will be?
I think it's both sides. Like the value to not like that personal or role. I think the value is to the person who is open to adopt AI. It's essentially the saying that says, "Don't be scared of people. Don't be scared of AI take over your job. Be scared of people who know AI who can take over your job." So you wanna be that person. You wanna be able to embrace it. So if the individual, especially in the software world, they're already seeing it. They like using CareServe, InServe, all those. They like one of our developers says 70% more productive, and that's a lot, and that helps the leadership and everyone. But then now a manager who could handle like 3 people, but now these 3 people are working in their 70% of efficiency. What's going to happen to that manager? How can they feed them with more things to do and architect it right and all that? And without AI, you need to hire one manager, one product manager, one project manager per engineer. You don't want to do that as a firm. So you need to have AI there. So it's a benefit of like both sides. I would say the most benefit is to the business. Any business owner will be able to manage things much cheaper, much faster, and get the value out there and be more aligned with the market very faster. And then anybody who is joining that business owner and aligned with the same vision will be on the same ship with him.
Do you think that this will help to have organizations a bit more flatter? Because, the management here is still needed, but sounds like AI also may disrupt that layer. As we were saying, like it's not gonna take over scripters and automators and programmers' jobs. But what about the managers? Do you think that that's gonna be optimized to that point?
We've done it before AI. The organizations I work with, the goal was flattening organizations, removing as many Scrum Master, project managers, middle managers as possible. We had an organization who had like 30 people reporting to VP of engineering. All the engineers were reporting to that person. The problem was when the performance reviews were coming, that person was like, going crazy.
Overwhelmed.
So that was happening. It was just not possible with every single organization, and took us 5 years to do it. With AI, I'm seeing that flattening is happening much faster. The current middle managers will go mostly more toward the individual contributors and do more of that, but in the sense of a higher level, a senior architect, a senior technical lead. So those managers will be becoming those. The managers who are more on the people side will be that one manager that is needed instead of like 5. So those other 4 will go and do technical leadership, helping individuals grow in their technical suit, and that's what's needed as well, which is mostly missing. I talk with many managers. I trained over 200 of them. And one thing they are all complaining about is that I don't get the time to do the things I want to do. I'm always in meetings. I'm always trying to manage people. I have one-on-ones with these many people. All that can be done by AI, and the managers get pulled in, as opposed to the manager pushes themselves into every single thing. So that's what I'm saying. When AI can help them and be their companion, that's how it can be.
It's really interesting because on one hand, I got chills a little bit when you mentioned like 30 people under one manager. I was like, ooh, because I've been there, and managing that many people, you start to lose track of everything, and it's tough. But with these tools, with AI in between, I see it being an easier experience, as you say. I don't know, 10 meetings of one-on-ones per week, or other types of meetings that as a manager I may have to be involved in. I don't have to be there. There are transcripts. AI probably is reading out the meeting. And if it's something that I should be aware of as a manager, ping me. Otherwise, let people be. And I think some of those things will flow, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely. That's something. And I coded from Agile Manifesto, maximize the art of maximizing the amount of work not done. And I, as a manager, as a CEO, as whoever I am in the company, if I'm trying to maximize the amount of work not done and let the AI do it, I'm going to be successful. And in fact, I know at least 2 companies who announced that they are going to have AI doing their CEO job. So the CEO is resigning, and the AI is going to be the new CEO. Some of it might be a little bit more
Sounds wild.
I know. But that's gonna come because AI is moving so fast. I don't want to be simplistic and say it doesn't have hallucinations. There's still certain decisions that human need to be involved. But what I'm saying is we should look at it that way. Just try to push as much as you can to AI so you do less amount of job. If as a human with the creativities that as a creature we have, we can do a lot more if we are empowered with something that is keep informing us, do the jobs that we are not supposed to do, and like more manual. So we can get help that way.
It's interesting because most of us get the concern, worriness that Skynet is going to take over our jobs, the bottom level jobs, which there going to be some revolution there, yes, but not like disappearing. I don't see that happening. But I do see it in the higher levels, as you say, CEO, VPs, and super manager levels. It's going to get peculiar because many of the tasks, as you say, like when you said the CEO, really? But once I think about it, it's like many of the true tasks that a CEO does would be easy, just like AI distill it for the board and the board decide quickly, and maybe even the board leverage more AI, and it's going to be like a streamlined process in a crazy way. And it's going to be interesting, some of the decisions, right? It got me. We are in Seattle, Washington, Starbucks, we have it next by, and they have a new CEO, and they are doing some restructuring and moving the direction of the ship in a figurative speaking. But AI may be taking some great decisions around that and just present it to the board, like, hey, this lists what sounds more efficient or feasible, or going back to, what was it named? The third place with Starbucks beginning again. Is this better? And everybody could say like, yeah, I feel this is better, more efficiency. Or an element that I'm starting to notice that AI can bring is that human touch. Like, what is it more important? More sales and faster shipment, delivery, the coffee doesn't have your name poorly written anymore, it's just a sticker. Well, now you can go back, but AI will be able to identify, like, people appreciate more the efficiency and quick of the product, or that it has a human touch and the name is misspelled by hand. It has a touch, and some of those elements in organizations are lost. Does AI, the models that you're going to be talking about, the solutions, go into this human side that's saying like, yeah, this person, maybe you need to send a written note or things like, I'm just throwing ideas, but is that, you see it?
Yeah, of course I see it. Like, let me use the Starbucks example that you said. Like, if I'm somebody at the Starbucks, like, and let's say Starbucks build this robot that does creates the latte for you, like the cappuccino, anything, and then you are just that last person that deliver it, and then you write a small note for them. There's only one person doing that, because now that person has the time to do it. That's an additional level of personal touch. With a manager, for example, we decided that we want to curate, because a lot of managers are, for whatever reason, they are too busy, they are shy, they don't think about it, they never give good feedback to their employees until it's too late. So we said, let's curate a message, appreciation message for all the top performers, put it in front of the manager, say, hey, look at this, and add your touch. And we know you, we've been in meetings with you, we have an AI that came to your conversation, so we know your personality. So let us bring that to you with your personality, and you just add your touch. And then click send. That takes them a couple of seconds, versus if they want to think about it, they want to think, what is a good thing I'm going to say about this person, write it down, then try to make sure there is no spelling error, there's no issues. That's going to take them a couple of hours. Usually they're going to skip it and not do it. So that's one thing you can add. So AI can bring human where the touch is needed and figure out when it's needed, and signal you to do it, because a lot of time we miss to have that touch because we are too busy with all the things that we are doing on a daily basis.
It's amazing because from some of these examples, and on one hand, the optimized silly tasks that we, all the BS jobs and those things that are ingrained in all the organization will be optimized up to a point. And I loved your example. I totally foresaw a barista, the AI coffee is working backstage. I'm free at our time. What am I gonna do? Hey, how was your day? Why do you need a coffee? Do you wanna talk a little bit about it? Oh, here's your coffee ready, name, and gives more space for the human touch, ironically. So I see the potential is really interesting, but we are almost out of time here. I would like to find out more, because this managerial, human, and corporate side of the benefits that we can get from AI are huge. But in that sense, if people want to find out more, get in touch with you, get some of your services, where can people find you and get in touch with you?
Of course, my LinkedIn is available. Also, like you can look up the website. We have a lot of information there, and we keep adding. We are adding a lot of webinars. We are bringing a lot of thought leaders, HR people with the consulting, agile coaches, company coaches. We are bringing a lot of those and CEOs of the companies to webinars. We want to just like help people looking at performance management, productivity management, managerial tasks, and leadership with AI, and change it from AI is replacing me toward how AI is empowering me. And so, yeah, looking forward to have all of you there.
Yeah, that's a great message. Thank you so much. We will make sure to add the links in the comments here on the video. Leave your comments, your questions, and get in touch as well, because there's so much on this potentiation. Don't be worried. I love that recommendation. Don't be worried about AI taking over. Be excited of how you may take over with AI. And that's a great perspective. Just gave me a little bit of chills, but it's great. Amigo, thank you so much for coming and sharing your knowledge with us.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I enjoyed the talk.
It was great. And well, first of all, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And there you have it, everybody. It's a blast of management possibilities and things that you can do with AI. And it's just the first bits of information, of perspectives, because there are some sides that we don't think about when we are just from just ChatGPT and that's the thing, LLMs, and that's, no, the world of possibilities is exploding, and you will learn many more perspectives today. So this is the first interview of the day. Stay tuned, because we have several stacked up today. And again, amigo, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And well, we'll be back in a few minutes with our next interview. Stay tuned. And for now, adios. How do you say adios in your language?
Thank you.
No. Where are you from?
Iran.
How do you say in Iranian adios? Goodbye.
Khodafez.
Khodafet. I hope I said it well.
Yeah, you said it right.
Khodafet then. See you around.
See you.
Bye.
Thank you.